All right, hey, Josh here with Stanek Insurance. Hey, let's talk about this short little video. I'm going to talk about if you have a universal life policy, universal life insurance, and if you bought it, let's say in the 80s or 90s or even the 70s, you want to make sure that it was properly funded. A lot of agents didn't fund a policy properly, and you don't want to get stuck with a policy that's going to blow up as you get older and so forth. So you want to make sure that's funded properly, and but what you want to do is you want to call the carrier and ask them for an IFL. What that stands for is an enforced ledger, illustration. When you get that illustration, have them run it to H100 and so forth. You always want to be cautious. You always want to do your due diligence on this. And you want to make sure that it doesn't explode. You don't want any surprises and so forth. So with that being said, if you want a second opinion, but here's the options. Let's say, for example, you have a policy that's not very well funded, and what do you do? Because what happened, let's say you bought it 10, 15, 20 years ago, you got the mortality, you know, the actuarial costs were, you know, let's say you were 45 or 52 or 58 when you bought the policy. And now you might be 65, 68, 72, whatever age that may be. But would it make sense? So what are your options to do? You can do what they call a 1035 exchange. And what that does is that avoids taxation. It may or may not. Sometimes it, you know, it doesn't make sense. But sometimes it does, you know, depending on if you're going to change, you can come with another policy and dump in that cash value and really supercharge it. So different options to consider there, but you got to look at it holistically. You just can't be rash. But there are some policies out there that are just not very good, and I think there's some bad counsel out there. Some people are just surrendering these policies and just kind of giving up the gains on those. And sometimes that may make sense to do, but boy, you lose that death benefit and so forth. So I'm not an either or kind of guy. You know, obviously, I love the stock market. I love the crypto market. I love ETFs. I mean, I definitely love the market, but I also think there's some taxation benefits of insurance and what that can do for you. So if you need some counsel, if you need a second opinion on how that could complement what you're doing as far as your portfolio, how you can leverage that from really I don't want to get too technical here, but distribution spend down and so forth as you get a little bit older. So anyway, feel free to reach out. Stanek Insurance, you can just come and see me. I know the COVID thing, 240 South Sandusky Avenue, Bucyrus, or you can call me 419-718-2879 right there in the heart of Bucyrus, Ohio. Until the next video, we'll talk soon.